Basically, I'm just trying to bring awareness to gender, the connection between gender and climate change. Women are some of the most hardest hit, especially in developing countries. You talk about food security. Women in large parts of India are the last ones to eat, usually in a family. So once everybody else finishes, whatever's left over, the woman eats. And if there's very little to eat, the woman gets very little to eat. So this is just like a small example, but this is, and there are many other domestic duties that a woman has to do, and it makes it more hard for her. Climate change and the changing weather. For example, women have to travel long distances for water in some parts of the country, and so if water is scarce, they have to travel longer. Um, so I think there are several reasons why it hits women the hardest. India is really vulnerable to climate change in a lot of aspects, whether it's the economy or whether it's the common man. So what people don't understand is probably that climate change affects food security, water, general infrastructure as much as anything else. And I think a lot of people focus on the mitigation aspect of climate change, but adaptation is equally important because the lowest common denominator is affected by climate change adaptation in bigger ways than people know about. Greater ambition to fight climate change and also more funding for developing countries to adapt to climate change. I think asking developing countries to take targets and ambitious targets is difficult given that they have so many developmental imperatives which are far probably more urgent for them right now. So it's developed countries which have to play a part in providing support, whether it's technological support or funding to developing countries to be able to handle climate change. He calls himself pro-development rather than anti-climate change. I mean, that's what he promised during the election, and that's why he got elected, the fact that he promises development. And his measures may be right or may not be right, but the point is that we do have a lot of developmental challenges that we have to handle now. It's so that's one aspect of our economy. We do need to look at development as well. It's just that how do we strike the balance between development and making sure the environment is preserved.